we typically don't talk about music
Ooh.
on the channel, but you know, a legend of the
Oh.
game, Southern, AT Alien, Andre High School 3000, 3K, put out an album 2 days ago on Friday. Um, you care to speak about this this hip hop legend record? Can you call it hip hop though? What is this album that Andre 3000 put out?
I mean, I don't know what it is, but it had very much had like FKJ vibes to me. But so I mean, I don't know if I'm just an old man now, but man, every single track had me. That I love that album. I put it on. We had some friends over, and I put it on, and everybody was like, "What? Yeah, what is this? What is this?" And I was like, "It's an Andre 3000 album." They're like, "No, this is like a fluke." I'm like, "Yeah, look at the album artwork." I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny because when I click on the album on Apple Music, you know how it shows you who's listened to it. It's like people that
Hmm.
I never would have imagined that like are listening to this because it's just really, I don't know, amazing. It like encompasses kind of everything. It's like super meditative. If you just need to sit and relax, if you gotta go like in your world, if you just need to sit and code for hours, man, you just throw this on,
Oh,
put
oh
on some
yeah.
headphones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's perfect. The thing is, so I agree with all of that, and we played it around the house a little bit, and it's good. It's good. It's not like my favorite, but it's good. But the craziest thing to me is like the names of all of
Yeah.
um the track names. Like they're so crazy. Like I haven't even bothered trying to like memorize them or like know what they are. Like I saw them and I was like, okay, this is like over my head. Just press play and not even look. It doesn't matter. It's just sounds and music. One of my friends, I was playing soccer with him. Like, so Kaylee, like, she made like an Instagram post, like saying like this is what it's like in our house when we're listening to this
Yeah.
album, and it was just a joke, right? And I reposted my friend. He's like he approaches me and he says one of the song names. This is yesterday, and I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? And he's like, the album, man. Like, that's the track. That's track number two. And I was like, you think I know? Like it's like a full blown sentence in a catchphrase. I'm not gonna say what it is. Just look at track number two. And I was like, I didn't even know that's what it was called. Like there's two like these names
Yeah.
are like Gandhi Dalai Lama, your Lord and Savior. What?
No, yeah, Kaylee posted that, and I just
No, like
responded. I was like, "Yo, track one had me," because I have no idea what is to call track one. That's track one had
we
me.
don't know. We don't know. Yeah, you don't know what these tracks are called. Like I do not know what these tracks
It's
are
like
called.
that.
This is like the equivalent of. Go
I
ahead.
look at that Kendrick album where every song is called like Untitled One, Untitled Nine. Like, I'm like, I don't know which one I
Yes.
liked because I don't know which Untitled it was.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
liked it. Well, it's also like so another shout out Chad Mariotti, our friend of the channel. There's the Max
Mm,
Richter like
mm.
meditation sounds and like you know what I'm talking about like 800 tracks or whatever. I listen to that all the time. I could not tell you the name
No.
of one song
Yeah.
because it's like nighttime slow aria third 13
Yeah.
plus rolling hill thunder clap. I'm like no I don't know. I'm just going to star the ones that I like, and those are the ones I'm going to listen to. I'm not even going to bother trying to. So that's how I mean I feel that's how I feel about this album. It's like press play and let it go, but like I will never know. And they're also too long. Like the songs are so long, it's hard for me to even know like when one starts and the other one begins. I'm like, you just
Yeah,
play
but
the
I
album.
mean, it works though. Like
That's
it
it.
blends
Just
into each
play
other.
the.
So it's like one
Yeah.
long song that, yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
amazing.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah. It's like yeah. It's just the names, and I'm not even mad
No,
about the
no,
names. I'm just
no.
like
The
I
only,
don't know them, and
yeah.
I'm not, and I never
The only one
will.
that I
Yeah.
can say is ants to you, gods to who. Like, because that was the shortest one, and it had a little bit of a rhyme to it. But
Okay.
that's it. Like everything else was like, it was so big that it won't even fit on the screen of a computer when I'm looking at it. It's just like keep dot dot dot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you brought up Max
I'm
Richter, so
crazy for
real
that.
quick, I know that we've now derailed from football to music, but what I want to say about Max Richter is, you know, Apple Music Classical. Did you get that? I mean, everybody that has Apple Music has it. Have you downloaded the app?
I know. No, I did not download the app because I do not really listen to
Classical.
classical music like
Okay,
that.
well, that being said, the Max Richter album on there is called Recomposed. It's probably on regular Apple Music too, to be honest. But he takes like Vivaldi and does it Max Richter's them. Yeah, that it's so good too. I love that whole album. He takes Vivaldi's work from
Oh yeah, I see it right here.
1725. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I see he did the remix on Four
Yeah, the four.
Seasons.
That's the best one. Oh, that's the best one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll tell you this. I have PTS, maybe not PTSD. When I was in school, I just like one of my electives was like music 110 or 1000. I can't remember, but it was like an introductory to music, and it was all classical music. And like the class, you had to like memorize all of the classic like Vivaldi, and like be able to like to listen to it and be like, oh yeah, like this is like the fourth score, the third score, like just like quizzing me about classical music, which turned me off of it completely because it turned it into like it felt like a job
Dang.
where I was like, I remember like at the Weber State campus, like this is like in 2005, like walking into the library and like having to get like this huge album, just like CDs with like hundreds of hours of music. And then like ripping that and putting it on my iPod, and then just like walking around campus listening to classical music and like taking notes. Like, oh, like this is how I know this is Vivaldi. This is how I know this is Chopin. This is how I know this is anyway. Why are we talking about classical music? Because we were talking about Andre 3000 and Max Richter. Two, which I'm gonna check it out now. I feel like I need to.
Yeah.
This is it on Apple Music? But if
Spring
not,
One.
I have
Spring
access
One
to
is
Apple
my
Music Classic.
that's my track. Yeah, Spring. I mean, he does them all really well though, and then like Andre's album, like they all bleed into each other really well too. So that's how I like an album to
Yeah,
be. I don't need some distinction between. I
yeah.
mean, I guess it depends on like what I'm after, but I love when like even on like a hip hop album when they all kind of blend in or tell a story. Like, yeah, I love that. Mm.
Yeah. Okay, last thing I'll say. I also feel like if you use Apple Music, I don't know if Spotify does this because we don't. Oh, we do, but I don't. It has the new feature where like you can just like use the DJ crossfade, where like the song, well, it just automatically like has the songs blend
I
into
haven't
each
used
other.
that feature yet. No, I
Do
forgot
you
all
use that
about
feature?
that. Do you use it?
It's so good. Oh yeah, it's so good.
So
It's
essentially, all
so
it's
good.
doing is it's just lowering
But it
one. It's
just
like
makes it
ducking
harder.
one and then putting the other into it. Like just
Yeah.
okay. I mean, because
hmm
you
Yeah, and you can.
what?
I was gonna say, and you can like say, for example, like when you want it to start. So like 30 seconds before
Really?
song A ends, start doing it. So like it's so seamless where it's like you don't even really realize because like you hear like one beat fade and the other one pick up and you're like, oh yeah, this must just be like a transition in the song. And next thing you know, you're like 2 minutes into the next song, you didn't even realize that you're on a different song.
Because that
But
was when when they
I
these Mac
digress.
rumors or whatever they talk about like top 10 new features of iOS 17 or whatever. That was one of them, and I was like, "Yeah, they're digging if like a fade in is one of the like features." But you're not the first one that's been like, "No, this feature is like awesome."
It's
Okay.
hard. It's beautiful. Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I remember, yeah, when I don't know if it was in the keynote or if I was just reading the press release, but I was like, oh yeah, like this is. And I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like the
I
old
was just gonna
iPods
say
used to
that
have
you
that
could choose
feature.
like it wasn't minutes, it was
Yeah,
like
I
3 or 5 or seconds, like 5 or 10 seconds. I feel like they had that
yeah,
feature.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
right.
like yeah, high school was just I like because like the iPod was just like in the back pocket with like the cords coming through the back of your pop it in. I got the hat on with the hood. You can't see it. It's just faded all day. You didn't even know.